Hello, good afternoon. My name is Arcadian, the #1 dumpster tier gamer, and we are back at it again for some more of our Starfield Extreme Let's Play. So if you were part of the last video, or if you were here for the last video, we got the beginning stuff with, give me a second. We got some of the beginning stuff done. We had our Vectera start, where we met Barrett. We got ourselves the frontier, took on some pirates. Then we went over to Crete to take on a pirate captain. And now we're over here. Excuse me. Now we're over here at Jameson, where we have already sold off a good chunk of our stuff. Looks like actually we still have some stuff to sell here. Oh no, that's buying back. Give me a second. Sell. There we go. So, with that being said, we're going to make our way up to the lodge, and then we're going to talk about some weapons stuff that we're going to go ahead and get. If you didn't watch the last video, I do highly recommend checking it out. However, basically we talked about some stuff. We are playing on extreme difficulty with a majority of the extreme settings currently on. There's just a few things that we're not doing. So first of all, ammo weight. Excuse me, sorry. First things first is ammo weight. We don't have that. We don't have weighted ammo turned on. The other one is carry capacity. We right now have it set to normal. We don't have it set to like reduced or increased or greatly increased. Cargo distance we have set to limited locations. Now you can go ahead and set that to normal or inside ship. But we have it currently set to limited locations. I think that's what I had it set to. Yeah. Vendor credits, we have it on greatly increased. Medical item healing, we have it on slowly. It still heals for the same amount, just more slowly. Food item healing is more, so we're getting more healing off of our food items. Sleep healing is only at limited locations. Excuse me, I apologize. And then sustenance, positive, negative, and then we have our afflictions and stuff all down here. This is our first time over to Jameson. We did start with kind of the, we started with the bounty hunter background, and then we started with the wanted, taskmaster, and terra firma traits. So in this episode, we are going to let him finish talking.
Free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Kind of in a bad spot there, Vasco. Alright, so in this episode, we're going to get some of the early game stuff done. A lot of this stuff is very straightforward. We're going to stockpile ourselves with a few credits that we can use to buy our first weapon.
We shouldn't keep Constellation waiting.
Our first main weapon that we're going to use. I have kind of done a little bit of research and figured out what I wanted to use, and I've got the one that I'm going to use figured out. So
if I move back to Neon.
So with that decided, we have figured out which weapon we're going to use. I'm going to show off a few weapons that you can get, as well as a runner-up item that I was thinking of, and then we're going to get our main weapon.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Easiest bet I'll ever win.
You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomenon we see out in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You
We'll let them finish arguing.
I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah. That's all.
Yeah.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Pirates attacked. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
We're gonna go with this one.
So something did happen. Barrett mentioned a loss of consciousness last time he found an artifact.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
Gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Alright, so we're gonna do, this is all a little munch. I need some time to clear my head.
Fair enough, but you need a place to stay in the city, right? Why don't you settle in here? We owe you that much. Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? Hmm? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Alright, so they gave us a Constellation backpack as well as 8,000 credits. So first things first is a Constellation backpack. It's going to have better physical and EM resistances, better thermal and corrosive, but it doesn't have the ablative, which is 15% incoming energy damage. That being said, it only loses us 3 points. We're going to go ahead and use the Constellation Pack. Oh, we gain a total of 2 levels here. That's actually kind of beneficial for us. So let's talk about what we're going to do. So I talked about weapon-wise. We didn't know, at the end of the last video, I didn't know exactly what kind of weapon style that I was going to try to focus. Now, in this game, you're going to want to focus multiple. You're going to want to have multiple different weapon styles. The first kind of separation is there is the ballistic weapons, the laser weapons, the EM weapons, electromagnetic weapons, or the particle beam weapons. So these are your 4 separate groups of damage types. And then you have melee weapons, pistols, shotguns, rifles, and heavy weapons. So that's going to be your 4 weapon categories. So what I have decided to do is I've actually decided to go shotguns. So we're going to go ahead and put a point into shotgun, and then we're also going to put a point into... I think I'm going to save this last point for now. Actually, I'm going to put a point into persuasion. So the reason why, and that'll be our first point that we put into a non-combat skill.
I hope you are
So the reason why we
satisfied
decided
with
to
the
do
quarters
shotguns
available.
is because of the close range nature, as well as some of the best weapons in the game are in fact shotguns. But now we've got the freedom to kind of look around and grab some stuff here, so we're going to go ahead and grab a few things. First of all, these are all persuasion drinks, so you can take all of these and you drink them before you have to do a persuasion attempt, and it increases your chances on successfully doing that attempt. Next up, we have a few books here. We want the Moby Dick book. And then there should be Great Expectations, Nicholas Nickleby. Story of the Heavens, one of them? We'll grab it. I can't remember. I know Great Expectations is not, but there's a Dracula book over here. We'll take that. And then... I don't think that is one, but we'll take it anyway. You only need one of each of the books. We'll come in here. This is our room. You've got an infinite storage thing here. We're going to grab that. Also, there is a copy of Moby Dick here as well, if you want to grab that as well. Grab that too. Another persuasion drink here. Come down this way. In here to Walter's room, there is some cred sticks. And then we're going to go downstairs. Alright, so down here is all of your crafting stuff as well as an additional storage. This here has another infinite storage spot. So you can go ahead and put a bunch of stuff in there. You get some weapons, some free weapons. They gave us 2 coachmans, which I guess is okay, but not exactly what we were looking for. The coachmans are one of the better options of what could be down here. So down here, there used to be a way for you to be able to get this Mark 1 armor. This was the best early game armor that you could pick up. Now, if you see it, it's unlocked, or the you do have to have a master unlocking skill to get this normally, but you used to be able to come down here, angle yourself just right at the handle here, and be able to look at the mannequin and be able to grab the armor through the mannequin. That has been patched, so you can no longer do that. But in here, we want to go ahead and grab the polymer from there. This governor's first meeting agenda, that there is important. That's a big 5,000 credits for us. And then you can grab anything else, whether it be food or whatever. We're not going to worry about that at the moment. Okay. That's it for now. We're going to come back up here. We're going to drop off a few things in our chest in our room. Alright, so we're going to drop off one of the coachmans, an Eon, an Equinox, a Grendel, and we will keep all of that for now. So the reason why I'm dropping off one of... Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. The reason why we're dropping off one of each of these is because we are going to eventually need weapons to modify. So like these ones here have different like long barrel, muzzle, reflex sight. All of those are modifications that you can do on weapons down here in the basement. So the reason why we're dropping those off there is because we're going to need weapons that we're going to be able to modify. And since those weapons are clean, have 0 modifications, it means that they have more slots that we're going to be allowed to modify. Now the reason why we want to be able to do that is because of these skills right here in the science tree. So weapon engineering and research methods and all of that is tied to modifying weapons. Not the research, but the weapon engineering is all tied to modifying weapons. And the more modifications that you've made on weapons, when you put a point into there, that stacks up, and then you'll be able to get additional levels and get better modifications, so on and so forth. So it's important to have a few weapons saved back that we're going to be able to do that with. Now, let's talk about the first weapon that we were going to possibly use. We're going to go get some more credits. We are now sitting at 30,000 credits. We're going to go get some more credits, but first we're going to talk about the weapons that we are possibly going to use. And we're also going to pick up our weapon that we are going to use. So this here was going to be the first weapon that I was thinking about.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for a reliable...
You can find it right in here in Centurion Arsenal. Talk to this lady.
I'm sure you already know there's no... Welcome to Centurion. All sales are fine. Please, take a look.
The first weapon that we were thinking about was going to be this Marksman AA-99. This is a semi-automatic rifle with a scope and a suppressor. This thing is actually really strong. So actually, let's do this. Let's get a hard save here.
There's nothing. I'm sure we can...
So we first thought about this gun right here. 11mm ammo, fairly easy to come by. It's not going to be like super hard to get a hold of. But this gun right here is really, really nice, especially if you're playing like a sneaky type character. The amount of damage that this thing pulls off is pretty massive. Having that Hitman plus 15% damage while aiming is awesome. And the semi-automatic with the suppressor, this thing is super, super cool. So that was the first one that we considered. One of the other ones that we considered you can also get here in Jameson. The one that we are going to use is here in Jameson as well. And then there was one that we considered that is at another location.
So after an hour of waiting,
Go over to the commercial district. How are we looking? Okay, we're far away from it. Alright, so inside of here, you see Distribution Center. This was where we're going to find the second weapon that we considered. Talk to this lady here.
Due to recent welcome to UC District. I have been told. Also, if... Yes, of...
So this one right here, the N67 Smart Gun, this was the second weapon that we considered. This one is extremely powerful. It will mow down with the shattering breakthrough even the strongest of armor. The armor-piercing rounds, this thing will mow down enemies left and right. It's so strong. The problem with it is, and even though 7.7 ammo is very easy to come by, you can find a lot of it laying around. This thing chews through ammo so fast. So it's just a matter of, we would never be able to stock up enough ammo to make this one viable long term. So even though we have 650 rounds of 7.77, this one I would recommend possibly going for like a later game type situation, so that you want to have like thousands upon thousands of ammo and you're not worried about it. That's when this one's going to be more viable, I think. So that leads us to the one that we are going to choose. And the weapon that we are going to choose is going to be this one right here, the Rapid Shot. Now this is a breech shotgun that has the rapid capability on it, which gives it a 25 increased attack speed. That's pretty big for this gun specifically, because a breech has kind of a low fire rate, as you can see with an 18 fire rate. Now this one does not have slug shots, which would make it more of a better longer range weapon. It is a close range. But if you look at it, it's got 6 out of 8 mods. It's got long barrel, laser sight, tactical stock, tactical magazine, hair trigger, and fully automatic. This thing is a beast and will do a ton of damage. The only big thing that we have to worry about is ammo, because it takes a 15 by 25 cell shell. That's not too hard to come by, but it can be somewhat of a challenge. As you can see, they have 71 of them here. This is why we need to stock up on credits, because the weapon itself costs 23,000 credits, and then we have to start stocking up ammo as well. So my recommendation, right around 40,000 credits. That's what we want. So I'm not going to pick it up just yet. Again, I want to make sure that we have enough credits that we're able to get enough to make it all worth it in the end. So with that being said, let's go to the first area we're going to, and that will be Aquila City. Now, Aquila City is in the Freestar Ranger territory, or the Freestar Collective territory, and we're going to do a quick quest in there. That's the reason why we picked up the Persuasion skill. You can do a very quick quest there that will net you a few more credits, as well get you started on some of the Freestar Collective quest line if you want to take that route. we probably will eventually take that route as well. So we're going to jump down here to Olympus. And then we're going to jump up here to Cheyenne. Now, if you wanted to wait to come to Aquila City, you can. You will eventually come here naturally by going through the main quest line. But I've got some stuff that I want to do here, some credits that we want to get. So we're going to go ahead and knock it out. Before we drop down into Aquila City, let's go ahead and take a quick rest. Re-up our well-rested bonus. Let me make sure. Let me see what we got here. Yeah. That resets our well-rested bonus. And then we can jump to Aquila. I should say land on Aquila, not really. We're not really jumping to it. Alright, there's lots of stuff that you're going to want to eventually do here. There's a bounty hunter quest line that if you follow her, or if you talk to her, she'll help you get started on. And eventually we will be doing that because we are, in fact, bounty hunters. But there's some other things I want to do first.
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear. If you think you might be able to help out, you could talk to the Marshal. Truth is, last I heard, things weren't going so good.
So he's talking about what's going on over here. We'll come back and deal with this in just a second. First, we've got some stuff we're going to do real quick. Another weapon that we considered, you can get from right in here.
Sure, Louis. If you're looking for a weapon, I've got you. Just so you know.
So another weapon that we considered is this one right here, the Elegance. This is a binary triggered pistol that just is so strong. It hits for so much more than you would think. The binary trigger means that every time you pull that trigger, you use 2 bullets. And then the shattering break through even the strongest of armor, very similar to what it's the same thing that the N67 smart gun uses. This thing just claps. It does so much damage, 112 damage per trigger pull. Very, very nice weapon. But it uses 443 ammo, or sorry, 43 Ultra Mag ammo, which can be a challenge to get a hold of, especially early on. So that's the reason why we're not using that one. Yeah, we're gonna be there in a second.
So you want to come?
So first we're going to talk to this
Feel
lady.
free to have a look around. I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time. There are some things, but and those documents. I'll pay far more than a Jacob Co. He sold off very. If you find. Thank you. Think of the future. Let me see.
Give her the book.
So, if you find
it's the one that
anything
we
else,
found downstairs. And that's us a cool 5,000 credits. Then we've got our other books that we can turn in over here and net 2,000 credits a book.
Could I get the digital copy of
Feel
the
free
things
to
I buy
read.
here?
I am a bit reading their story. I'll pay handsome, except Charles Dickens.
who doesn't?
Oh my! I simply must.
So Dracula,
Omega the Last. I hope this.
Omega the Last Days,
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. I think that's it.
Let me see.
Nope. Okay. So we can sell off the rest of the books. We'll just keep an eye out for any of the extra ones. Usually you get a couple more in the early parts. But
What happened to the customer is always right?
so now we've got 41,000 credits. 41,000 credits. We're almost there. We can pick up a quick couple extra thousand by doing this quest line for the Marshal right over here. Aid. We're gonna grab one of the persuasion drinks. And then just in case this goes the other way and we have to jump in there, we're gonna go ahead and just do a Choco package.
Please, stay calm.
You need to stand back.
Do their work.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Find out what they want, and then report back to me. Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see him, and don't try nothing.
Alright, so we're going to go right up here. I'm going to quick save real quick, even though I don't feel like it'll be necessary.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. We'll cooperate when we get what we want. So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us?
Now here's a couple different choices. You can choose to persuade this, which is, I mean, no matter what, even if you fail the persuasion, you're gonna go to step 2. The other one is because because we chose the wanted trait, you can choose this one to kind of skip this first persuasion attempt. From what I was told, if you fail the persuasion, it makes the second persuasion chance harder, but if you pass it, it makes the second persuasion chance easier. So it's really up to you. It's kind of hit or miss. So I'm going to go with the persuade because I've got the point in persuasion.
I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me?
I always like to try to go big first.
We've been in worse scrapes than this. We can handle it. We're staying
Nope,
as long
he
as
didn't
it
want to go,
takes.
so
Nothing
that's
you say
unfortunate.
is gonna change my mind, so let's just move on. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it?
Mm.
Then persuade the Marshal that it ain't. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. So let's just...
Okay, now we can try to go for the second persuasion. But supposedly this time it's harder.
Sometimes bad things happen to innocent people. That's life.
It's crazy that I'm not hitting any of these.
It's up to the Marshal to make sure the Nice try. But the Shaw gang...
Well, we tried.
It's too late to back out now. We're seeing this through. You go tell the Marshal to get that ship ready so we can all walk away from this thing without anybody getting hurt.
We failed both persuasion attempts. That's pretty intense. Considering we got the point, like we put the point in persuasion as well as taking the persuasion drink and we still failed. That's pretty intense. So now we've got another option.
I heard every word, Choke. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. That puts us in a very precarious position. Now you'd be wasting your time. Or worse, it'd make them angry. No. I appreciate your idealism. You've already ruled out one of them, so that leaves us with only one option. We have to... Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards inside. If we try to move against them... You'd be willing to do that? I can't deny that you're right, though. They might... Now, I see two ways we can play this. You could act if you're quick. I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. There's also a back door. Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not... This key should unlock it.
Alright, so now we gotta try to break in, or we gotta get in and figure out a way to take them out. There's two different ways that you can do that. You can go through the front door and just blast away, or you can come in through the back door, which is what he was talking about, and try to take them all in front, or take them all out from the inside. Obviously, we're gonna go with the back door option. I didn't want to really do this without having the breach, or the rapid shot breach, but, oh, he saw me already. So on extreme difficulty, this is actually pretty challenging. Took him out. I'm gonna go ahead and put a point into ballistics here. Alright, we're 2 down. This is a leader here, so he's gonna have the most health. Oh shoot, we missed him. Oh, we died. Alright. So the downside of that is we got sighted early. You want to try to avoid being sighted until you can get the drop on this guy. Fortunately, steaking can be very difficult in this game. There we go. Took him out. They do know I'm in here now, so, but they don't have sight of me, so they're gonna come check on him. Now we're gonna try to get the drop on the next guy without being seen. That's unfortunate. He did see me.
Just
Ow. Need to chunk out his HP by a lot. Oh, that's other people here. Dropped him down. Finished him off with a ballistic weapon. I don't think we're gonna get the stealth figure anymore. They're coming in staggered like that. They're rushing me, or pushing me, which is fine. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna grab some food. It's only 20 health. There we go. That's 14 or 40. Last one's right there. We're gonna try to jump at her face here. Get her with a close-up shot. And she's down. That takes care of all of these guys. The question is, did we lose any of the hostages? So typically you could have gone, if you would have been able to go unsighted, you could have gone in here, been able to use this as a way to get around and get a drop on the guys that were in this area here without being seen. So let's go look for the hostages.
Thank you.
This one's safe. I don't see any dead bodies besides the bad guys. Now we look down here. We are bleeding, so I do have to clear that up. Safe, safe. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so let's go ahead and clear up our things real fast. We had the burns. Oh, I don't have anything to stop the bleeding.
Of us all. I heard the fight. The hostages, are they safe?
It's over, the hostages are safe.
That's good to hear. Those people aren't just citizens of the Freestar Collective, they're like family. We all are. As for the Shaw gang, we'll grieve for them too. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
I'm sure things will turn out just fine.
Let's talk to him.
I want to do your business. How about I just show you?
Grab the antibiotics. There we go. That increases there. That cures our tissue infection, and then now all we got to do is heal up. All right, so that is everything here that I wanted to do for the time being. We can do deputize later if we decide to go that route. Now we go get our main weapon. We've got 44,000 credits, which should be enough to get our main weapon as well as a bunch of ammo. Speaking of, actually, let's go ahead and get some of the ammo here. As long as we leave 26,000, 23,000, we'll leave 26 just to be safe.
I'll say right up front, take a gander.
So we'll grab this here. Go over here to Roland.
Outlaws? Ashta. I don't do payment plan. I'm sure I got one.
Yes.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for
Then over here to Laredo. I'm actually kind of glad that we did lose the...
Here's what I have in stock.
That we did lose the persuasion, because it gave us a chance to kind of show off like our soldier background is kind of fit better than a persuasive attempt. We showed off our combat expertise. Or no, we're bounty hunter. We're not even soldier background. A bounty hunter can be more persuasive.
System, would it? You got a report of a distress call out there, but we don't have the ship to send someone that far out.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head back up here to the frontier. We're going to jump to the volley system. That's where we're going to talk about the last weapon that we considered, as well as pick up some more ammo. Let's get the rested bonus here. And since we're on the ship, we did get some health back. So on Volley is the great, or in the Volley system is the great planet of
This is Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship.
sorry, on planet Volley Alpha is a great city of Neon.
Enjoy Neon.
This kind of became the pleasure city. She's just following me everywhere.
There's something
Now there isn't anything specific that we need here. I'm just showing off the weapon that I was considering grabbing. This was the kind of the last weapon that we considered before deciding to go with a rapid shot, and it's right over here in Neon Tactical.
Looking to blow a hole in something? If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your... Good. Then just buy what you want. If you don't like it, talk to Styx. That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Styx like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that. Help yourself.
Now there's lots of little quests that you can do in this area to be able to grab a bunch of credits for minor effort. But here's the other weapon that we were considering. This is called the Boom Boom. It's another rare shotgun. This one has explosive rounds, so it randomly switches to explosive rounds. It's got a large capacity magazine, uses a caseless shell, which is very nice. We still might eventually end up picking this up. And then it's got the high velocity rounds. So we still may end up eventually picking this one up. Caseless shells are easy, or I should say really easy to come by. And this one would probably do more damage than our Coachman does. And then having the 20 round mag versus the 2 round of the Coachman, very beneficial in the long run. But that's the last one that we considered. Other weapons that you can get, I mean, there's other unique weapons. There's a buzz cut and all kinds of stuff. I'm not a big fan of the buzz cut. It's kind of just like an upgraded Grendel, but it's still not, in my opinion, all that great. Like I said, there's other things that you can do here. You can actually make a bunch of credits in this area.
She's too good.
We're not going to worry about that for the moment.
Yeah? Yeah? Well, then you either walk... So... Get it. Look, let's stop. Then here I thought you were...
I'm just picking up all these caseless, or sorry, not the caseless, but the 16 by 39 or whatever it's called. 15 by 25. So we got 223 rounds right now. That's a pretty hefty amount. We're pretty close to having what we need. We could go, Core wouldn't have any.
You wanna head to Euphorica after work tonight?
Welcome to Sick Heart's Out... Welcome to... I can promise you, I've spent. So take your time. Am I? I have a lot. This is a prime.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
Sure. And anyway, So why don't you?
Okay.
Sure.
He doesn't have any ammo on him. Okay. We've been to Neon Tactical, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, Core's not going to have anything. Let's go talk about the weapons at Core Kinetics, because this actually brings into a recommendation. There's a couple weapons here at Core Kinetics that are really powerful. And if you're not looking to do a like a shotgun, if you're looking more for like a rifle or heavy weapons, then the weapons that this guy has are pretty good.
Well, don't sweat it. You see, I said to myself, I'm talking military. No, no, no. Imagine being you, my friend. So what do you... Now, that's what... Let's get you to...
Okay, so he has two unique weapons. You've got the Mind Tear, which is this one right here. It's a rare rifle with a 345 fire rate. This thing packs a punch. It's very expensive, as you can see. It's 49,000 credits. With magnetic rails and depleted uranium rounds, this thing will go through that 50 MI so fast. But it has Frenzy, which has a small chance to make your enemies hit by these rounds to attack each other. Very, very nice weapon, very strong. Mag shots, always very good. You can get some unique mag shots for pretty easy or pretty early on in the game. In fact, one of the quest lines that we're going to do, as well as the main quest line, gives you access to one of these each, which are very strong. Then you have Poison Storm. This thing is killer. It's very similar to the N67 smart gun. This one uses 50 MI as well. 400 fire rate. This thing is going to burn through ammo so fast. It does use depleted uranium rounds. It's high velocity. The magazine is a 160 instead of 300, but it randomly deals poison damage and slows the target. These two weapons are so strong. But the reason why I didn't choose them, besides the fact of how expensive they are, is because of the fact that they just go through rounds so fast. And 50 MI is not as easy to get a hold of as 7.77 is. Alright.
That's where the real money's at.
Was hoping I'd be able to see the ship. I don't see it, so let's do this. Jump to my ship. We're done with Volley for now. We can go back to Jameson. We're finally going to go pick up the rapid shot.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently... Welcome to UC. I hope we...
Alright, so first I'll always grab the ammo. We've got enough credits that I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Pick up the rapid shot. So now we've got 10,000 credits left to buy up whatever ammo we want
You're always
left.
welcome back, if you don't mind.
We're going to put this one... Put it instead of the Grendel.
Find a bit of a wait.
We have 292 rounds, or 294 rounds for the moment. It's pretty... That's a good amount. This thing does so much damage.
Cool space.
And then we're going to jump over here to Centurion Arsenal. Oh, we're carrying too much. What did we pick up? That's... Oh, is it because we didn't eat after resting? There. Run over here to Centurion Arsenal. We'll grab our last little bit of ammo.
You're here because you need only the finest.
She only has 29. But we have other ammo that we can pick up here as well. There we go. So that gives us ammo for the Eon. All right, let's look at our weapon. Let's do this. Let's look at the weapons that we want to have on our bar here. We're going to use this coachman to clear everything off. Okay. So the rapid shot, this is going to be our main weapon. We're going to throw that on here. 120 physical damage. It's going to pack a punch for us. Next up, the modified Maelstrom uses 6.5 millimeter long barrel muzzle brake, or we can go the Grendel, has higher fire rate, more ammo. Let's have the Grendel. As much as I don't like it, we want the cornered modified. Yes. Alright, Berserker Coachman does more damage the less armor one has. And then on this side, we'll do the Exterminator Eon. And then the modified Rattler. Okay. Now we've used up all of our credits, so we have no more credits. We can jump to the lodge, and in the next episode, we will be doing the first quest line for Constellation, where we go with Sarah Mora and we go to pick up a new artifact. So that's going to be what we do in the next episode. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe. Check out the first video of the series. And then, like I said, keep an eye out, or like I said at the end of the last video, keep an eye out for the first video of the Skyrim Legendary Dawn Guard. I am re-recording that video due to the fact I was looking through it and my voice just sounds awful. I'm constantly hacking and coughing. So that recording should be dropping, or that video should be dropping relatively soon. So with that being said, thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. See ya.